our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't even see my camera now. All right. All right. Okay, we're working again. Hopefully we did not lose the two people. All right. I really apologize about that guy. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. Maybe they'll come back. That sucks. There were people showing up. Maybe too many people at once or something. So I apologize. Yeah. All right. A bummer, man. We're on a roll. Okay. Well, let's get started. We're already 3 minutes in after all of that. So, yeah, at least you guys get to see stuff that happens while it's happening, right? So, shave my head. I gotta redo it though because it was dirty and man, you can. Thank God for headphones because then you can't see it. So, before we get started today, I wanted to talk a little bit about blame. Man, blame. So, when we blame somebody or something, we have 3 more fingers, and I can't do it right because this pinky, I punched a tree once and I lost. I have 3 more fingers pointing right back at me. Whoop. What happens when I'm blaming anyway? Well, for me, when I'm blaming, there's a very, very good chance I'm angry. Would you guys agree with me on that? That when I'm in the blame game, it's usually because I'm angry. Okay. Now, notice I have not brought up wrong or right because it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's say somebody's done something to you. You have all the proof in the freaking world. You take it to court. You could do all sorts of things. Yay, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Okay. So when it comes down to blame, it's about picking your battles. Right. Not only that, but we talk about not utilizing people to make us happy here, right? And that comes from within. Well, the same thing comes from anger. Anger comes from within. If you have allowed somebody else to make you angry, my friends, that is still on you. Sucks, but it's the way it is. It is still on you. So if you're running around blaming somebody, if you're blaming other people for who you are, you will never grow past that point. You will stay stagnant in that spot. And in recovery, that can spell death for us, guys. That is dangerous, dangerous shit to be playing with. Aside from the fact that this program is about taking a look at me and what I'm supposed to do with my life. So when I'm out here blaming other people for who I am or because of my current attitude, what I'm actually telling people is I allow other people to control my emotions very easily. That is what I'm saying to other people. Whether that's true or not, that is what's coming across. Kind of sucks, but it's the way that it is, and it's something that we have to work with. This is an agreement. So let's get to the finding a reason to believe. Man, I really wish those people would have come back, because it's just me. God does this shit for a reason, so whatever, dude. Finding a reason to believe. The willingness to grow is the essence of all spiritual development. We talked about willingness a lot yesterday, right? And I talk about this in a different sense. Find a reason to believe. I don't care what that reason is. But it does have to have weight. It has to have substance. In other words, it has to mean something to you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Maybe not physically, but it needs to mean something. In other words, you're also going to need to put payola in the game, man. We do payola here by time, by putting in effort. That's how we gather our dividends. Hard Knock Recovery, love it. I love that name. I run Raw Recovery, so I'm all about the harder topics and stuff. So welcome. It's good to see you. Bye. A lot of time, people will get embarrassed when I call their name out. Did you say my name? I didn't mean to commit to this video. I love it. What else does this have to say? So the willingness is the essence, right? A line from a song goes, and I look to find a reason to believe. I can't remember the name of the song, but I can hear it. It reminds me, and this is As Bill Sees at page 171. Let's get to it first. So the reason to believe in what? Is it God? Is it AA? Is it other people? Yes. Dividends and mysteries. The AA preoccupation with sobriety has sometimes been misunderstood. Surprise, surprise. To some, the single virtue appears to be the sole dividend of our fellowship. We are thought to be dried up drunks who otherwise have changed little or not at all for the better. Such a surmise widely misses the truth. We know that permanent sobriety can be obtained only by most revolutionary change in the life and outlook of the individual, by a spiritual awakening that can banish the desire to drink, right? So what we do is we go into our meetings, we talk, right? And then we go out in the world with these answers that we have, and we apply them to the world, change, and then we come back and share that with our group. Okay? That is a utopian thought. It is. But it is the way that it works. That's why sometimes you might find yourself feeling stagnant in an AA meeting, because people aren't going out and doing the work. They're relying on the AA meeting itself to give them what it is that they're looking for. Okay? And you might feel stagnant in that group because the group itself isn't growing. Is your group growing? As a group? As a fellowship of people, are you learning new things? If not, you're in the wrong group. Because I learn something from my group all the time. Because they go out and discover it and bring it back to me. And that's how I know this program. You are asking yourself, as we all must, who am I? Where am I? Whence did I go? This reminds me of another song. The process of enlightenment is usually slow. I don't see it happen very often fast. It is because we won't understand. For me, because I have to share my experience, not other people's, right? Right. So my process has been slow because I learn that way. I learn better that way. But in the end, our seeking always brings a finding. These great mysteries are, after all, enshrined to complete simplicity. The willingness to grow is the essence of all spiritual development. Guys, I am not in any rush to figure all this out. Nope. I am not. I enjoy the process. I know. Does that make me sick? That I enjoy this process? I do. There's structure in it. That makes me feel very, very comfortable. It reminds me that one day at a time, a line from a song goes, and I look to find a reason to believe. It reminds me that one time I was not able to find a reason to believe that my life was all right. Even though my life had been saved by coming to AA, 3 months later, I went out and drank again. Someone told me, you don't have to believe. Aren't you willing to believe that there is a reason for your life, even though you may not know yourself what that reason is, or that you may not sometimes have the right way to behave? I did not say that correctly. Or that you may not sometimes know the right way to behave. When I saw how willing I was when I saw how willing I was to believe there was a reason for my life, then I could start to work on the steps. Now, when I begin with I'm willing, I am using the key that leads to action, honesty, and openness to a higher power moving through my life. All for willingness, which isn't even an action. Man, could God and AA make it any freaking easier? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's too easy. No, it's not. All right, guys. I will be back tomorrow for daily reflection.